The views and opinions expressed by the participants on this show are not necessarily those of Stewart Information Services Corporation, Stewart Title, or Stewart Insurance. Before you make any investment, you should seek the advice of your investment advisor or attorney.
Whether you're a real estate broker, realtor, homeowner, buyer, or seller, everything matters when it comes to real estate. This is Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. Stewart Title's Bill Knapik and guests open the door to what really matters in owning, buying, and selling real estate. And now, Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title, brought to you by Stewart Insurance. Here to inform, entertain, and inspire, Bill Knapik.
Welcome to the show. That's right, it's Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title, and I'm your host, Bill Knapik. We appreciate you joining us on this radio adventure as we go forth with show number 584. I mentioned from time to time, simply go to stewart.com/radio. That's right, in case you want to see the show as we make a YouTube video and hear the show. Of course, the show archive is also there where you can access hundreds of shows at stewart.com/radio. In addition, might be simpler, you can go to Radio Bill. 2 words, Radio Bill, and access the YouTube channel right there. Once again, thanks for joining us, and let's get started as we welcome Beth Forrester and Grace Forrester Petty with Forrester Realty. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you so much.
Well, it's been a while. Beth, you have been with us before talking about real estate.
Yes.
Let's tell people, first of all, about your company and geographically where you guys are most of the time.
Okay. Well, I had Corcoran Forrester Realty, and then recently in June of this year, we turned the brokerage over to Corcoran Genesis out of Katy, who are now making headway in the Woodlands, which is what they wanted to do. And we wanted to just concentrate on our personal business and not have the brokerage business. So we sold that, and the coffee shop too, Bill, sorry to say.
Well, for those that are just joining in, you used to have a coffee shop.
We did.
So,
sold that first.
In addition to real estate, you're also an expert on coffee.
Oh, man. It was for charity. And so, but anyway, yeah, we did. But we had to turn that over, and then we decided, okay, we'll just turn the company over to Corcoran Genesis is doing a really good job, and we're still with them.
And you're excited. So, and of course, Beth Forrester, that name in real estate is legendary. You've been in real estate, Beth, about how long?
44 years.
Wow.
And I'm only 54. But I started when I was 10.
I'm not good at math and can't figure that out. But also, but look here, this time you brought Grace with you. And
yes.
First of all, let's tell people who Grace is, and then we'll talk to
Grace. Grace is my wonderful granddaughter. She is my working partner, and I call her my caregiver too. She's like, Baby, you forgot your purse. Baby, you need to turn right here. So she takes care of me, too. Yeah.
Invaluable.
Yeah, she's invaluable.
Grace, welcome to the show. Let's tell people what you're doing there with Beth.
Well, I joined Beth I got my real estate license while I was still in college, so about 5.5 years ago, and then moved in with them for a summer while I was at Texas A&M and worked with them, see if I liked it. I ended up really loving it. We also work with my grandfather, her husband, Bob. So been doing that all throughout college. And then once I graduated in 2022, moved here full time. So now it's the 3 of us. I helped with all the ventures of the coffee shop and everything else. But now we're down to just focusing on her personal business and my personal business. And like she said, we work together on things, but we still have our own business, each of us individually. So.
Well, as you mentioned, A&M, I'm going to get back to that in a minute, but I'm wondering if you've learned more at A&M or what you're learning now.
Well, that's a hard question.
Because
there's a right answer based on who's sitting next to me.
I'm going to tell you, so there you are at Texas A&M. Mm-hmm. Like so many people that are so enthusiastic. We referenced last show.
We like to talk about it.
Yeah, everybody that goes to A&M wants to talk about it. They're so proud of it. I don't know what goes on there. But were you there for 4 years?
4 years, yes.
Okay,
sir.
so let's just say early on into your college experience, maybe the second year, did you think you were going to be in real estate? Did you have that vision yet, or how did you decide?
It was pretty much my first year there that I hadn't fully decided on it. I had decided to give it a shot. I think everyone was talking about internships, and I wasn't 100% positive on what I wanted to do yet. And so then I was just talking to, I call her Beth. I was talking to Beth,
yeah.
and she said, well, why don't you come work with us for a summer and see if it's something you'd be interested in. So I basically kind of shadowed and learned the ropes my first summer. And then, like I said, the second summer I got my license and was able to play more of a role in her business. And then I just kept liking it more and more, so I came back.
Well, I think it's interesting. A lot of things come to mind. One is that it's an advantage to have BB,
100%.
Beth Forrester, who has the experience and the success in the real estate profession, but still, that doesn't make it necessarily easy.
Correct.
Because a lot of people see the TV shows and think, oh, real estate's easy.
Yeah.
But I don't think it really is. There's so many things. There's not a lot of, there's no guarantees, I don't think. You just have to go forth and really have to like it to be successful.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I got my license at the same time as pretty much everyone during COVID decided to. And so
It's a crowded field, as they say.
Yeah. I mean, everyone like if they start talking about buying a house, they're like, oh, my sister is a realtor, my aunt's a realtor. So you kind of have to, having her as my help in being able to work on things together, that's kind of how I was able to get a leg up, because also people just think since I'm younger and maybe some other agents have more experience or whatever, I think our combination of knowledge really sets us apart from other people.
And Beth, let's tell people that you're primarily in the Woodlands.
Yes.
What's going on? The Woodlands is such a popular area, but what's going on right now? How's the marketplace up there?
The market has been great. It's a little slower right now. Our inventory is still low, but it's been a great couple of years. I'll say that. But now I told some of the agents the other day, because old agents even still call us for advice, and I said, we're really going to have to start working again as listing agents, because all we used to do was put it on the market, put a house on the market, have an open house, have multiple bids, and that was done. And that's not happening right now. So it's a little harder. So you have to oh, goodness, I'm going to have to do something else to sell this house. So that's what we do. We pull out all the stops and get them sold. So,
well, and kind of winding back the clock, I may have asked you last time you were on the show, but those 40 or so years ago, why did you get into real estate?
Okay, well, we moved to Houston in 81, and I had 4 children from 3 years old to 13 years old, and I decided that unless I went to work along with what my husband was making, my kids would starve to death. So basically, it was a good thing, and it was for the family. But then I learned to just love it, and the kids were always real involved in it. They would put out flags on July 4th while I drove around in the car and made sure they were doing a good job. And, we had cookbooks that I made, and we handed out for 14 years. And so it was fun. It was a fun time, but it was totally different.
And as you describe that, it's interesting. Real estate can be a great family experience.
It can,
and
yes.
Have fun.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun, don't we, Grace?
We do have a lot of fun.
I could see that. Well, and Grace, as you're here, and we're ending the year, I mean, it's a couple weeks till the end of the year, basically. But as you're planning specifically, how are you approaching 2026, and what are some of the things that you're thinking about? Well, as we go forth, I'm going to do this, we're going to do that.
Yeah, I think
see?
Personally, I'm going to get more involved in my community. I recently I'm about to start volunteering actually this week at a charity called Henry's Home. It's right outside the Woodlands. Just kind of getting more involved with different charities, different events, being able to meet more people. By working with her, she has a great sphere of influence that I'm constantly meeting new people, but I also want to contribute to my own group. So trying to pull more people in to see if we can help them in any way.
And then what about from a social media standpoint? What are the things that you may be doing in the social media world to promote things?
Well, as far as me doing in the social media world, I tell Grace what to put on social media because I don't even know how to do it. So technically, I'm not really good. This is a great combination here too. She's a great.
I manage her socials.
Yeah, she does.
So we do a mixture of. I think it's important to show your personality through social media because technically, on paper, all of us realtors do the same thing. The only thing that makes you different is your personality and just who you are. So I think if you look at either of our social media pages, I think it's pretty true. You can see that we're realtors. You can see that we do business, and you can also see our personalities. So
And of
we
course,
focus
being
on
on the
that.
radio doesn't hurt either.
It doesn't
Doesn't
hurt.
hurt at all. We're happy to be here. Yes.
Getting the word out. We're talking with Beth Ferrister and Grace Ferrister Petty. So what are some of the other things we should know about what you're doing up there in the Woodlands and even beyond? Every now and then, Beth, you're going to go beyond the Woodlands and do some things.
Right. Well, as I said, Grace is right. We're right now planning our next year. This time of year, every year, I panic. I'm like, oh my God, I don't think I'm going to have a good year again this year, that next year. And always it turns out to be great. But we're making all sorts of plans. We've got a new website with luxury presence, and we're excited about that. We're working on that. We have the only relocation guide in the Woodlands that's called the Woodlands Relocation Guide. And I had, years ago when I set it up, I had to get permission from the Woodlands, which is a copyrighted name. And they gave me permission. So we have the relocation guide. We're kind of freshening up a little bit along with that. So we've got all sorts of things going and deciding where we're going to focus. And like Grace said, she's getting involved more. I've already been involved. And it's a people business. You just got to go out and press the flesh is what you've got to do. You can do all the marketing in the world, all the social media in the world, and unless you know people, and unless you make it a point to let them know, ask for the business, in other words, just ask for the business. Well, as I said, we've got a great team in the Woodlands. We also handle spring and the Spring Klein area too. And we just, like Grace said, we're a unique team with, the young and the old mixed. And it comes in real handy. It works out real well. So we're there. We care about people. We do a great job. We love people. So,
Well,
for the most
I don't
part.
know if the last time you were on, did we say hello to Bob?
No.
Should we do that?
Yes,
we
let's
need
say hello
to.
to poor Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Hi, Broker Bob.
Broker
Bob,
Bob
we
and
call it.
BB.
That if you're looking anywhere in the Woodlands or thinking about your next move, that we're a pretty fun team to work with, and we're really good at it.
Okay, on a fun scale, 1 to 10,
Oh, we're so much fun. We're 10.
at least 10. And let's
least
tell
10.
people how they can reach you, Grace.
Our website that she was talking about that we are getting finishing touches on right now is bethferrister.com. My phone number is 210-367-0014. And Beth?
That is for business only. Do not call her for a date. But my phone number is 713-702-6334. Her grandmother watches after her pretty carefully.
Phone number again, Beth.
713-702-6334.
Grace.
210-367-0014.
Ladies, thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank
we
you for
appreciate
having
it.
us.
As we continue, let's talk to Tu Bowie. Her company is SKW Realty. Hey, Tu, welcome to the show.
Hi, Bill. How are you?
Doing great. First of all, Tu, let's tell people about your company that you are part of as SKW Realty. Let's tell people about the company.
Yes. Hi. So I am with SKW Realty. SKW is my broker's initials, Serene K. Wong. We are located in the middle of Chinatown, and we are a boutique broker. We currently have about 60 agents on board with us, and she's nonstop recruiting new agents and help guiding new agents achieve their real estate dream.
And when we think about it, for those, especially those listening outside of Houston, when we talk about the Chinatown area, we're going to tell people that's kind of on the
Southwest.
southwest side.
Yes.
So, but around there, there's a lot of different places that you're serving buyers and sellers in a great way there, like Fort Bend and
Yes, definitely. And one of the plus things about the West Side, is most of them have really great school districts. As you can see, Sugarland, Fulshire, Richmond, Katy, Cypress, they have excellent school districts. So a lot of the new families with the young kids, whenever they start having their own families, they would like to start moving to the suburbs and get somewhere with the good school districts for the kids. Because that's when, for most of my buyers, when they start looking for a house, the first thing they ask me is, does it have a good school district?
super important, right?
Super important for if you have kids, yes.
Well, when we think about, again, the west side of town, if you think of Houston as kind of a pie, but we go to the west, the areas that are there, as you mentioned, you have Sugar Land, you have Katy, even Fulshire is another spot.
Yes, Fulshire is like really onto the west side of Houston, and it's really, really developing right now. It was voted as one of the safest city in Texas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. Like the crime rate is extremely low.
Well, we've had the policeman on the show from there, and
From Fulshire
yes,
PD?
yeah,
Oh,
and the mayor
awesome.
recently, and I know they run a tight ship. They're very connected to the community, so that's a big deal.
Yes, my broker is very close with the mayor over there because she closed a lot over. She lives in Cross Creek Ranch, and she closed over a lot over there with the new constructions in Cross Creek.
But as far as the communities, just take those three for example too. We have the Fulshire, Katy, and then even Sugar Land. What seems to be the areas you're working the most, or what do you think is the most popular right now with your buyers?
I live in Katy, and so I was also one of those parents that moved to Katy
right?
for the school districts because
Yes.
I moved there 3 years ago for my kids to go to school. And my broker actually was the one that sold me my house that I currently live with. And so I knew my broker through one of my good friend from college. He was the one that kept telling me to, you love real estate so much and you have a great personality. You should try to get your license, even if you don't do it full time. You should get it. And so whenever my kids started going to school going to the same school, because before when they are 2 years apart, I have two boys. They're 2 years apart. And so before, when they were going to different schools, it was hard for me to navigate because I have to pick them up and drop them off at different times. But however, when they both started going to the same elementary school, I decided to go all in and got my real estate license. And with the help of my friend and my broker, I've been doing pretty good. And this is my third year.
So you have kind of a new perspective in 3 years, but when you first started, and I think it's not easy, I mean, it's easier for some than others, but at what point did you start getting the traction where you said, like, I would imagine, I could be wrong, but I'm imagining that you start and you're like, hey, I'm trying this thing out. I don't know if it's going to work. It's tough. It's
Right.
good. It's easy in some things. But when did you feel that you started getting traction where you said, okay, this was the right decision?
I've actually always thought that I could do it ever since I started out, even if I didn't know what I was doing. But I'm a fast learner, and when I set my mind to something, I'm determined that I will do it, whether it's hard or not. And so a lot of my deals from my first 2 years came from referrals from my just day-to-day life connection. So it's really good to put yourself out there and know a lot of people. It doesn't have to be your close friends or family, but it's actually just the people that know you and like you, and they will refer you.
So there you are. It works.
It does.
So right now you're helping buyers, but also are you helping sellers too?
Yes. So for the first year, I did have listings from those referrals, but for the past a year and a half, I had more I had more buyers than sellers, which is a good thing for me considering this year the market, it's been a buyer market for the past year and a half. And so I have loved driving around with buyers, looking for the perfect homes and negotiate on their behalf. Because this is the perfect time to negotiate if you're a buyer.
That's right. I think as a buyer, compared to a few years ago, you have some extra advantages or extra negotiating power, wouldn't you say?
Because when I bought my house a little less than 3 years ago, I had to up my bid because it was multiple.
Oh.
The interest was extremely high at that time, and the market was still hot then. So I had to offer more than the listing price just to win that house. But then now you don't have to do that.
You
have
might
to
offer less even,
right?
yeah.
Buyers have the power to negotiate, which is what I love, and I've loved working with buyers since for the whole year because I think I've only had 2 to 3 listings this year, but all of my deals were I closed with buyers, and I loved it. I love the power of negotiation, and you have that ability to do it because you're with the buyer. And I mean, because it's just not the seller's market right now. It's just what the market is.
Yeah, I think it's more fun to be a buyer in a buyer's market.
In this market,
it's way
definitely.
more fun to negotiate,
in
right?
this market, definitely. But however, I still I am working more on the marketing side, and just to promote myself more next year, and to get more listings also. We've had at the brokerage, we put together a few of our mom agents. It's like mom realtors, and then I think we're going to form a team. We're going to go out and do more social media and more advertisement just to gain more social media exposures for both the brokerage and the team.
And then looking here for 2025 in the past year, as you're mentioning with all the buyers, are they all from the Houston area where they're just going to move to another place in town, or are you helping anybody from out of town or even out of the state?
I've done both. So I've had families that coming from out of state and so they've heard of me through referrals, and so they reached out to me first, asked me where is a good location for them to move to, because they obviously don't know. They need guidance to see where's a good city that they should be relocating to. And so I have to find out what about their family situations, what their budget is, what they're looking for in the neighborhood, or what's important to them, so I can guide them to the right neighborhood, the right city.
We're talking with Tu Bowie. Her company is SKW Realty. And as far as social media, too, when
Yes.
you're doing social media, what are some of the things which one do you use, which platform do you use the most?
I have both
Facebook
Instagram and Facebook. I feel like I've heard this from the younger generations. They said only the old people use Facebook, but I use both. And so Instagram is, I think you do get more exposure and more leads from Instagram. Yes.
So then Instagram, I say I never use Instagram. I probably should work on it, but I like to put videos and things on Facebook where
Me
you
too.
have more
Yes.
more time. I think you have
so.
a limitation.
Yes, on Instagram, yes.
So I think that's a good thing. So here you are looking at 2026. It's going to be exciting, and then the focus is going to be a little bit more on sellers, it sounds like.
Yes.
And as far as the other tools that you're using, anything else that we should know about as you're out there? You got the referrals, social media. Sounds like you're covering a lot of bases.
I do. Right now we're just trying to get the most exposure out there as much as possible, because like I said, this is only my 3rd year, and for the first a year and a half, I've worked closely with just referrals. I did not do any marketing or any social media activities. So I think it's the time to do it now, because in this day and age, you need that.
Absolutely.
You do.
And it sounds like you're having a little fun along the way, too.
I do. I love it. I actually love it. I do have my personal page I post both work stuff and my fun stuff I do with the kids. But I just created a separate page for just work. It's Tu Bowie Real Estate, but I have not really done anything to promote that page yet. I will start doing that shortly.
Well, you can promote it right now, right? Here you are. Tu Bowie, SKW Realty. Tu, let's tell people how they can reach out to you.
Yes, so my phone number is 210-849-9549. 210-849-9549.
Tu, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me. It's great.
Well, let's talk to Greg Lindsay and Brian Buster, Compass Real Estate. They are in the Lux Living Group. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you? Thanks for having us.
Good morning, Bill. How are you?
Doing great. And of course, you've been on the show, but it's been a while. So let's tell people, first of all, as you work as a team, it's called Lux Living Group. Let's tell people how you operate as Lux Living Group.
Correct, sir. So my name's Brian. Again, I'm a team member on the Lux Living Group team, powered by Compass.
That's a pretty powerful backing, too, by the way, right? Compass is a fantastic company.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Compass is recently, for the second quarter, we were the only brokerage that actually made money during the second quarter on it, so we're very proud of that. We joined in January, and I've been in the business for about 28 years, and it's one of the best brokerages I've actually been a part of.
And then, Greg, from a geographic standpoint, where do you do most of the work with the buyers and sellers?
We're in the Galleria, in the loop.
So 77057, 77056 is our target area. And just a little bit about that market. So in the month of September, home are setting on the market for about average of 107 to 119 days on market, with a 12.9% up increase in the month of September. I have not checked October to look at what the projected numbers are, but as of September, it was at 12.9%. Right now, what I've noticed, it's a balanced market. I know a government shutdown plays a big pivotal point in there. We've lost, I think, a quarter of. We haven't say lost. I would say they're on standby.
Repivoting.
Yes, readapting, readjusting, just because of the uncertainty in that criteria.
Well, and for those that might be listening outside of Houston, the area we're describing, Houston has kind of several loops around it, but we're talking the inner loop, so there's a lot of different ways to live. There's condos, there's homes, there's luxurious living, there's uptown. At this point in time, as far as a popular area down in this loop area, which is there one area that's more popular than others, Greg?
Yeah, right now we see a lot of tear down rebuilding happening in Montrose, which there used to be just a lot of people just waited till the family generational wealth went through there. But right now they're doing a lot of rebuilding. So we're seeing a lot of single family homes being redone.
Also, three areas that I know is the let's see, is it called Riverway?
Riverway.
Yes, Riverway. That's the historical area that has exploded. Also, FIFA's coming into town next year.
And what's that?
So FIFA is the World Cup. The same time that the Olympics are going on, Houston's hosting 7 games. And
in June.
Yes, and that will lead to my next innovative idea for you guys. So those areas is Itos and the Galleria. So those areas are where FIFA will be most condensed, as well as downtown. So something that, agents, if you're an agent or a local business here in Houston, to get involved is to go down to Green Street, and there you can do it as a team or collaboration, and you can donate up to $10,000, and you get your own glass soccer ball that they'll display downtown off Green Street to sponsor local businesses for the flow of traffic. So it's just a marketing idea.
And when you mention things like that, there are so many things. I don't get downtown that much, but just in the downtown area, all the innovations, the new businesses, lots of new restaurants I hear about.
Oh, yeah.
So all those things go hand in hand with residential real estate.
And all the potholes are getting fixed finally.
Yeah, they are. The new roads, yes.
Pothole report right
Westheimer,
here.
Montrose.
I guess we're supposed to live in a very, normal driving city.
Well, it's funny you say that because for years, if you're a Houstonian, people talk about the potholes. Or like, oh man, they don't fix them. But good to hear that they're
oh, absolutely,
they're hard at work.
Oh, yeah.
It's more fun to drive around Houston then.
Well, certainly.
So as far as, let's say, do you get into the uptown area very much?
We do.
Uptown is another that's kind of on the side, and I've always been a fan of the uptown area. A lot of stuff going on here. Give us an idea if someone were in, say, the uptown area and the medium price of a home, what would it be if I wanted to take, and not even a standalone, but maybe even a townhouse just to get into the market? What are they running these days, average?
You could get into the market easily about $300, starting at the market on that. Depends on where you want to go. Depends on what your HOA fees are looking like and where your comfortability can lie. But the market entry fee is probably about $300.
And then what about in the Montrose area? What are the price points there?
They are going up.
Starting.
Yeah, they're definitely going up since all the rebuildings going on and the single family homes and stuff. So you're looking at a whole big range, $300 to $350 to $500. Depends on where you're looking to go and what your amenities you're looking for, what size yard you're looking to get, or what kind of luxury living you're looking to do.
And then how about the Heights? Do you get there much?
Used to live there.
Yeah. So the Heights is, the Heights is still a strong.
Always is. It's funny how it's changed in character over the last decade. I mean, you didn't want to walk down, that street or anywhere to do in the Heights, and now it's definitely rolled over to Independence Heights, which is just a little bit north of that. And just the explosion that's gone through, and buy a corner lot, and you could put 5 or 6 townhomes on it, or 5 single story homes. You're doing amazing on it.
And Greg, you said you've been in the business now several decades.
Yes.
So you've seen a lot of changes.
I have. I've gone through 2 corrections.
So here we are. As you look, we wind up the year, and you're looking here with the Lux Living Group ahead for 2026. What are some of the things that you and the team are going to be doing and to get ready for the year and to?
So we actually started this last weekend. We're going to actually start interviewing local businesses, like we did for 24-Hour Fitness and Galleria. We did a whole piece on them. They did a grand opening on Saturday. We interviewed with the general manager. So we're gonna get more intimate with the area in itself going on, make us more present, get us more into volunteering our time, putting our booth out there. I'm looking to get more into listing, actually more than I already have in the particular areas.
And then that's going to be my next question right now. From a percentage-wise, are you doing more?
Right now, we're being more solution-based. So we understand that with the market being a little tight, it's just sparking connections, more conversations, and focusing on that. Because even if they're not ready to sell or buy, I don't want to sell, I'm not trying to sell a product. What I'm trying to do is try to be more of solution-based and more just have a conversation on what that means. And
Absolutely.
hopefully set an appointment to make sure something that a tip is, if I was given the opportunity, this is a cold call script. If I was given the opportunity, I would love to have you come into my office and interview me if we're a hand and glove fit. That seems to really win a lot of just in-person appointments and building that connection even stronger, going further with that.
So then you're saying that you might call me and talk about, hey.
Oh, Bill, if I got you on the phone, I can sell you like that.
That quick?
Oh, most certainly.
Easy.
I've done thousands of calls.
But, and that's one of the things when we think about real estate. Yes, you have your sphere of friends and family that are going to use you, and then the referrals. That's a big thing for real estate. But sometimes some of the harder parts of real estate is finding new people, new
Correct.
families, right? And sometimes, like you're saying, you get on the phone and call people.
Well, Bill, let me share you a story. So, I'm just going to, I decided to take the bull by the horns, which is life, and that was my health. I think Greg saw it. So this was really inspired us to get out more and show more presence with the community and get involved, not just a realtor, but just to support health and fitness, because something I did with my partner, my relationship and everything was, believe it or not, stress. I always say stress is an invisible cancer. I thought I had 2 stomach ulcers. It was caused by stress. Gurgled up blood. He was right next to me when that had happened. Rushed me to the ER, and I knew that took my life a dramatic change. So I did something to find a balance instead of burning out all the time, and that was to go walk at Memorial Park, take a break from work, just seeing people out there, just working out. It was the energy out there. It's just amazing.
Positivity.
And doing that consistently over 30 days, I ran and walked 67 miles. He walked 43 miles. It changed our life. It started changing our direction. It think of Compass. Their logo is a little, compass sign. Well, I can tell you what, doing this really changed my direction in my life, just healthier and agents supporting health and mental health and everything. So I've learned that, people who like to be out or fitness, they like bananas and water. It's a great opportunity to connect and show presence.
We're talking with Greg Lindsay and Brian Buster. And that's one of the things, as you're mentioning, Brian, real estate, every profession has the opportunity to be stressful. But real estate, there's a lot of uncertainties. There's no guaranteed paycheck.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of things that you have to do in terms of accounting, in terms of
Whole
health
caboodle.
insurance. So it's all on you as an independent contractor, so to speak. So there's a lot of opportunities for stress. But I like you bring the word forth. Hey, get out there and exercise.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying it's doing wonders.
Absolutely.
Yeah, get involved in a yoga class. It just shows because you're disconnected from the world. You're disconnected from social media. You're actually building an in-person traditional connection. And people pick up on that when you're present. I started running around Tanglewood, in Tanglewood, I always say every street seems to have its own storytelling or
It's
whatever.
fun to look at too. It's
really
great
cool.
scenery as you go there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And ever since doing that, now I have people nodding their head, and it always starts like that. People are like, who is this person? This is new. So just getting out, walking around, and something we do at our work, because we work at an office commercial building. So something that we do is I told Greg, let's do this. Let's do 50 minutes of work and then 10 minutes of walking around the block to build up a presence.
It makes
and
me
it
want to
works.
walk around the block right now. Well,
Yes.
Brian, let's tell people how they can reach you, Brian Buster.
Yes, you can reach me 832-441-3021. Again, my number is 832-441-3021. Or you can search compass.com/agent Brian Tack Buster.
Sounds good. And Greg, what's your phone number?
713-412-4144. Again, it's 713-412-4144.
Gentlemen, thanks for being with us.
Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Bill.
Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title would not be possible without our partner, Stewart Insurance, with a focus in real estate and a special focus on real estate brokers. Stewart Insurance creates insurance plans to address the risks facing our industry today. They invest a significant amount of time helping real estate broker owners offset and manage their risks. Here he is, John Bramlett with Stewart Insurance.
Howdy, Bill.
Here we are, John. Now we know where to get a pool and a patio.
Pool and a
Either
patio,
one or
yes.
both at the same time.
Yeah, we can get training, get a pool and a patio, buy a home, and get a loan
So much in 1 week.
in 1 week. One show, you can take care of everything and close.
And that is the beauty of Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title.
It is brought to you by Stewart Insurance.
And here we are, as it is insurance time once again. What should we know, John?
Well, this is number 9 in our series of key insurance indicators. So today we have 10 plus 1 key insurance indicators for cyber liability insurance.
This is a new category.
Yeah, so this is a new category. We've talked about cyber in the past, but within our series, this is the first time we've covered it. There really are, like as I said, 10 plus 1 things to keep in mind when you're considering cyber coverage for your business, whether you be a property management firm or independent title and attorney agent or a real estate broker. The first one is you want to have network security and liability insurance. So that covers any liability costs, any legal costs that you might have. It helps with the cost of settlements. So if there's a settlement due to a data breach or information stolen, you want to make sure that's covered. Ideally, you want to have coverage for both electronic and non-electronic data. So both your electronic files, but maybe even papers, because there are still transactions that take place with paper. So you'll still want to be sure you have that. And if there are any regulatory fines, it helps with those coverage. So you want to make sure you've got that network security. You also want to have coverage. Number 2 would be for business email compromise and social engineering fraud. So social engineering is where somebody pretends to be somebody else. So they pretend to be another firm. They pretend to be a vendor. They pretend to be a lender.
I'm pretending to be a radio host right now.
Yeah, so you're social engineering.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. So that's kind of what it is. And, or if let's say somebody's tricked to send funds to a fraudulent account, it helps with that coverage. So that's where you want to have a fraudulent transfer of funds, or making sure that the funds transferred, you've got coverage for there. If somebody directly hacks into a system and accesses funds that way, or they intercept funds that way because they physically hacked into a system, you've got to have that. There could be situations where there's correspondence between the escrow and the clients, and if they hack into that system and they get access to those funds. And it also, you would want to make sure, if you can, to have third-party coverage, so that if another party is the reason this has happened, you've got coverage there. So that's number 3. Number 4 is data breach response and notification. So if there is a data breach, how can you handle it? Does it, it'll help with your forensics. So if you've got to have an IT team come in to do some forensics to determine where was the initial current, where did it occur? Where did the hack occur? Was it the responsibility of the real estate broker, or was it somebody else? So having that ability to pay for that, you might need a call center support to notify folks about what's happened. You might have to provide credit monitoring for your client, so the ability to cover that cost. So that's where that would come into play. Number 5 is cybercrime coverage. So that helps with things like ransomware, where there's that extortion of payments. Hey, Bill, we have control of your system, and unless you pay me X amount of money, I'm going to release all your clients' information on the dark web. So that's where that you've heard of ransomware, so that's where that comes into play. Is there any damage to the system or the data? So is there cost to restore your systems or data? It can help offset that. Number 7, business interruption. So if your business is shut down, can it offset some of that loss of revenue? So that can be helpful. Or if you're having to go if there's some expenses that you're losing because of this shutdown, it can help offset. So you want to have some business interruption coverage. Number 8 is regulatory defenses and fines. There may be some fines that you occur, or you may have costs of the lawsuit above and beyond maybe just the legal costs. So that can help offset those. So that's important to have. Media liability. So if somebody says that you've got claims against the advertising that you did, or there's a copyright infringement, or defamation, they felt like you said something online that hurt their benefit of doing business, or because of the cyber attack, something happened online that said that you defamed somebody, can help offset some of that cost. And we talk about personal injury from time to time, and it's not a broken arm but a broken heart, and that idea of offsetting some of those costs if that were come into play. And then number 10, third-party vendor coverage. If you can get that, that's really nice to have, because your partners are going to have third-party vendors. Maybe it's a CRM company, or it's an e-signature service that they use. And if those services get hacked, and then they have access to get into your system because those services were hacked, you want to make sure you've got some protection there. So those are the 10 to consider. And then the plus one is always if you have an interest in cyber insurance, or want to learn more about cyber liability coverage, then visit the team at Stewart Insurance, and we can help you with that.
Especially because your company is versed in it. Who else talks about it? This is so important. Stewart Insurance, you guys take a special approach to all things involving real estate, and nothing more is unfortunately so popular in real estate than cyber crimes, unfortunately, that we're hearing about. All these years we're hearing about it more and more and more.
Well, it's true. I mean, our mission is to be the insurance resource for real estate. I mean, that's our focus every day. And we just, literally we try to be, as Tom Carpentier, our president, says, an inch wide and a mile deep. So we have really 2 areas that we focus on. We work with families and individuals for their personal insurance. So helping them with their home, their wind, their auto, whether it's the first time they bought a home or the 7th home they bought, we can work with them on their home insurance to make sure that they're properly insured. And the other side of the house is where we're working with real estate firms on their business insurance. So cyber liability coverage, general liability, errors and omissions policy. So very focused firm in and around real estate.
So awesome. John, what else should we know?
Well, if you would like to be properly insured, and all that means is that the coverage you have makes sense for where you or your business is at this point in its life, and you're comfortable with the coverage you have and the coverage that you don't have, then you understand that. Then in our world, you're properly insured, and we would love to have that opportunity, whether it be for your personal insurance or your real estate business insurance. And you can reach us at 866-798-2827. That's 866-798-2827. Learn more about us at stewartinsurance.com, and email us at stewartinsurance.com. And we work with clients, both business and personal, all over the U.S.
And John, if there's any veterans from the United States Navy or any other branch of the armed services listening, what number should they call?
We have a special U.S. Navy branch hotline, and that's 866-798-2827.
John, thanks for being with us.
Always a pleasure, Bill.
Well, it's always great to talk to our business development people, and we have Adeline McNeil. She's here today.
Hey, Bill, how are you doing?
It's great. The offices, let's tell people the offices for Stewart Title that you're working with and representing.
Yeah, so I work with the Woodlands and Willis offices. I have 2 great closers at both offices, and they're both great places to be.
They really are. And the activity, it seems like you're in a very strategic place for the growth of Houston to enjoy and help people with their real estate transactions.
Absolutely. I mean, the Woodlands is growing like crazy, and Willis as well. I mean, we've seen so much growth there in the past couple of years.
So you're there helping the real estate community in a magnificent way, I'm told.
Yes, it's been amazing.
So here you are. Well, let's tell people, Adeline McNeil, how they can reach you at Stewart Title in case they need some help. You're going to have classes and some events here as the weeks and next year goes forth.
Yeah, absolutely. You can call me at 832-544-1887, and that's 832-544-1887.
And it's just come to my attention now that I think about this. You went to Texas A&M as well.
Yes, sir, I did.
It's funny how we've had last week we had 3 people from Texas A&M. John with Stewart Insurance has been with Texas A&M. It's just something about that school. Did you have a good experience there?
I did. I'm a fourth generation Aggie, so
Oh, no.
I've been an Aggie since birth, basically.
I feel I missed the boat.
You did. It's a cult. You just have to join it.
That's awesome. Adeline, the phone number again is
832-544-1887.
So especially if you're an Aggie, you need to do your real estate transaction at Stewart at your offices.
Absolutely. Aggies love working with other Aggies.
That's what I'm told. Thanks for being with us. And
Thanks
now,
so much.
speaking of Kevin Davidson doing tremendous work, here we are.
Hey, Bill.
Once again, huh?
Once again.
So let's tell people, they listen, they love when you're on the show because you tell them about the 2 offices that you're representing. Let's remind them.
So I represent the Sugarland and the Richmond office. Sugarland is right off of Dairy Ashford and 59, and Richmond is about 10 minutes farther south off of 762 and 59.
New location in Sugarland.
Sugarland, yes, and that's why I'm glad I'm here today because we've been there for about 3 months, and December 9th, we're going to be having a really, really large Christmas party.
December? Will Santa be there?
Santa will be there.
Oh, my.
It's going to be catered with Christmas dinner and presents.
Man,
And this is for agents and vendors.
So you need to contact Kevin about that. And I want to say another word, too. I saw, as you did, Jennifer Shemitis, who was at your office.
Yes.
Those 2 puppies that she just got are adorable. Did
She
you
was-
see that picture?
She's been talking about it for about 2 weeks now, and yeah.
And I can't. Is she going to bring those to the office ever?
I don't know. I mean, right now, probably not, but when they get a bit older,
my
maybe.
goodness.
But they're already they're supposed to be 50-pound dogs when they're full grown, so they're already
so cute.
25 or something. So
Well, they look like they're ready to be in Hollywood. They are just so photogenic and so just ready to go. So there you go.
832-654-0527 or email me at kevin.davidson@stewart.com. Phone number is 832-654-0527.
And once again, let's remind people, December what?
December 9th from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock.
Be in Sugarland at Stewart Title. It's going to be
Yes,
awesome,
sir.
right? Beth and Grace are back. Beth Ferrister, Grace Ferrister Petty. First of all, Grace, what else do you want people to know about what you're doing and all the excitement up there in the Woodlands area?
I mean, the hype about the Woodlands is true. It's a great place to live. I recently bought a house about a year ago, so I'm officially a resident. And I mean, there's a reason that we got voted best place to live in the U.S. multiple times.
And one of the things, and correct me if I'm wrong, in the Woodlands, as far as the Woodlands goes, now there's surrounding communities, Montgomery and things like that, but the Woodlands, they say there's not a lot of new construction.
That's true.
Because it's all been built. Is that the deal?
That's true. There are a few areas which Beth can touch on a little better, but I think there's about 1 or 2 areas within the Woodlands. There are some neighborhoods that are doing tear downs and rebuilds. If you're looking for new construction, you're probably just going to get a renovation project in the Woodlands.
Well, we do have the Ritz-Carlton that is going up and should be finished probably not till the first quarter of 27, but we know all about those. If you want to call us about the Ritz-Carlton in the Woodlands, we're very familiar with it. I've been over there with several people and have some clients that have purchased over there.
So let's remind people, in case they're just tuning in or just hearing about this Ritz-Carlton, it's a really a beautiful property. That's
gorgeous.
That you're saying it's going to be 27 till it's ready, the first part?
Yes, but it's quite far. It looks like it's far along, but of course that's just the outside of it. But yeah, it's on the lake, and they'll have a Jean-Georges restaurant in it. It's going to be very high end, and it's just going to be a beautiful structure, and not a hotel. It's all residents.
All residents with very high levels of service. How many floors will is this going to be?
There's 12 on one, and then there's a lower rise one that's like 8 stories, I think.
That sounds good. Well, Beth, let's tell people how they can reach you. Beth Ferrister.
Okay. Well, email beth@ferrister.com and 713-702-6334.
And my phone number is 210-367-0014, and I'll throw my email in too. It's grace@ferrister.com.
Ladies, thanks for being with us.
Thank
you so
Bill.
much.
We appreciate it.
To Bowie is back with SKW Realty. Well, here it is. We're winding up the show.
So yes, if you ever have any questions about moving into the west side of Houston, let me know. And like they say, it's always a good time to buy in real estate.
It is. And also, we've mentioned your name throughout the show, too. I want to tell people it's spelled TU.
Yes.
Correct?
And that is how my email will be, too. It's tu.bui@skwrealty.com.
Very exciting, too. And here we are looking at 2026. I know you're excited. We are excited here on the show. Let's tell people the phone number they can reach you.
Yes. It's 210-849-9549. Again, it's 210-849-9549.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me. It's great.
Come back next year, okay?
I will.
And now they are back, Greg Lindsay and Brian Buster, for a final word. Last word there, Greg. What should people know?
Well, actually, I just wanted to give a congratulations to Brian. He just was recently accepted to the Compass Military.
Hoorah.
Now, what is the Compass Military?
So the Compass Military is with active duty personnel or any service member that is looking to relocate to any base around America. Let me fact check myself, but I think globally too. Compass offers a tool, find an agent. We also have a team that actually all around the United States, and they work with active duty personnel or personnel that's looking to relocate to another base, and what that means, and agents collaborating to help and assist. And that was honestly, I was inspired to join that because I really listened into military personnel, their spouses, and what that did for the spouses. So
you're jogging my memory. Do I remember correctly? You served in the military.
Yes, sir. So I was in the Marine Corps.
Thank you for your service.
Hurrah, thank you.
And anybody listening out there, we love veterans. Thank you for your service. Did you serve, Greg?
No, I wish, but no.
Neither did I. I wish I did. I would have learned a lot more. But in the meantime, yeah, that's a great feature. So a lot of things, a lot of nuances and innovations. Well, Greg, let's tell people how they can reach you.
713-412-4144.
Greg Lindsay. One more time, the phone number, Greg.
713-412-4144.
And Mr. Buster.
Yes, sir. It's going to be 832-441-3021. Again, my number is 832-441-3021.
And boot camp. Boot camp in any armed service branch, I would imagine, is challenging. But they say the Marines...
Oh, yeah. I was a Hollywood Marine, so I was born to be a star.
But you made it through boot camp, the main thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I cried every night, but, I sucked it up, and, I popped an attitude with the drill instructor, and I was highlighted throughout the whole entire boot camp, so I ate a lot of sand.
There you go. Good to know. Well, gentlemen, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you all for listening to Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. I am your host, Bill Knapik. That's right, show number 584. Simply go to stewart.com/radio to see the show, to access the past show archives. Hundreds are there. Stewart.com/radio, or go to Radio Bill.